October, week 1, math, 3rd grade, lesson 2, word problems and visualizing what to do. Let's start with number 1. It takes 123 scoops of a front end loader to fill a truck. How many scoops will it take to fill 32 trucks? Do we know all the stuff?
No.
Make a box. Put a question mark. Is the stuff the same?
Yeah. No.
No. Scoops and trucks are kind of different. So we cannot put the stuff in the same place, so we're going to make bubbles. In one bubble, we're going to write 123, and in the other bubble, we have to write 32. The only operational sign that fits between the amounts we know without popping them is this one. If you do a plus, it's going to pop both of them. If you do a takeaway, it pops the top one. If you do a division, it pops the top one. So the only one that can slide perfectly between them is a times. This is going to be a times. So we're going to write 123 times 32. Make a line. How many partial products is this going to have?
3, 2.
2. One for the units in the multiplier and one for the tens in the multiplier. So you're going to count 1, 2 spaces, make another line, and now make the living room. That's for your final product. Who would like to walk us through this? Gage.
2 times 3 is 9.
Try it again.
2 times 3 is 9. 6. It's 6. Oh, I see. Yeah, 6.
6.
I was saying it was 3 times 2.
2 times 3. You went like this. 3, 6, 9. That's 3 times 3. You just want 2 of them. So 3, 6. Okay. Back to the 2 gauge.
2 times 2. 4. And 2 times 1 is 2.
All right, Gideon is whispering something. Gideon, say it out loud.
We need the magic zero.
We do. For the second partial product. Gideon, would you like to do the second partial product?
Yes.
All right.
3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 2 is
Just skip out your 2's.
6. And 3 times 1 is 3.
And now let's have Xavier add it.
6 plus 0 is 6. Plus 9 is 13.
It's actually, yeah, it is 13. And how do we write that?
Add 3.
Good.
Then
Good. It can go in the basement or the attic of the hundreds because it's 1/10 of tens. All right, because that's 13 tens. Okay, do you want to keep going, Xavier?
plus 6. 6 is 8. 2 plus 9.
Wait, plus 1. You said 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 1 more is
9.
And then you said 3 is just 3. Yeah. 3,936 scoops.
And we got in comma.
And yep, put the comma. That's great. Thanks, Gage. Let's write that here by the number 1. 3,936. Oh. While you're writing that, I'm going to read the next one. Number 2. The dump trucks travel 2 miles one way to dump dirt. One truck made 12 trips back and forth. How many miles did it travel in all? Do we know all the stuff?
No. Yes.
Did it tell us?
Yes. Then,
It didn't.
then
Is
how
the stuff
about
the
going?
same? That's right. Is the stuff the same? Trips and miles.
No.
Not quite. Those are 2 different things. Almost. It's close. So we're going to make a box with a question mark. And since the stuff is not the same, it cannot go down there. We're doing bubbles again. We're going to put 12 because that's how many trips. And, well, it did 12 trips, but it went 2 miles back one way and 2 miles back the other way each trip. So what's 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay.
Hardest one of all. One
And we're going to make what sign? Times is the only one that, remember, you're always trying to put the sign between the things you know. So the only one that fits without popping is a times.
It can almost pop it.
So we're going to write 12 times 4. Who would like to walk us through it?
I do.
Silas.
Oh man.
What was your last one?
4 times 2 is 8.
Mhm.
And 4 times 1 is, and 2 times 1 is number 4.
Good. 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 1 is 4. So the answer is 48 miles. Number 3, a dump truck can move 13 tons of dirt in a load. How much can it move in 125 loads? Did it tell us all the stuff?
Yes. Yes. No. No.
No.
Make a box. And what a question. Is the stuff the same? Not really, because we've got tons and loads. Again, they're similar, but they're not the same. Once again, we're doing bubbles. Once again, it's going to be a times. Lots of times is. So put 13 in one of the bubbles and 125 in the other bubble. Who would like to walk us through?
I do.
Let's let
Grayson.
Grayson get us started with the first partial product. And then we'll let, maybe Gage can do the second partial product. And Reuben, you haven't got to do anything, have you? Maybe Reuben can add them up.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a long times, right? 125 times 13. And Grayson, we're always going to do units first, so you ready?
Hold on. I need it.
I know what Gideon's going to say.
I'm ready. 0.
Magic 0, good. In the second one.
3 times 5 is 15, but you can't put the 1 in. So you put the 1 in the basement.
Actually, what I do is you make a 5 and then you just make a tiny one right there. And for our distance learners, I'm going to show that kind of close. A little tiny one. In the next column. That's the tens column. Okay, keep going.
3 times 2 is 6.
Plus the 1.
Is 7.
And I'm actually going to smash my 1 now. Because I don't need him.
You actually don't smash him because he grew.
Okay, I grew him.
Yeah, I grew.
Alright, Grayson.
3 times 1 is 3.
Okay. And we're going to go to Gage.
1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 1 is 1. I'm going to write a comma.
Now, just before we add, the reason that he remember when he said 1 times 5 is 5, and I put it in the tens column? That's because it's 110. Right there, that's 110. Get it? And then when he said 1 times 2 is 2, I put that in the hundreds column because that's 110 times 2 tens. All right? Keep that in the back of your head. Ruben, can you add our partial products? Okay, I'll do it. 5.
Okay.
1,000.
All right.
5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 1.
No, 7 plus
I
5
mean,
is not 1.
7 plus 5 is
12.
12.
Okay, and tell us how to put.
Stop telling me.
All right, easy now. Tell us how to write it.
You put the 2 on the bottom and the 1 there.
The 2 goes in the box, and
Yeah.
the 1 goes in the in the basement or the attic of the hundreds. Okay,
And
Keep
you
going.
put the comma. And then 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus 2
plus 1.
Oh yeah. Plus 1 is plus 1. Wait. Oh yeah, plus 1 is 6.
Good. And
1 plus nothing is 1. Don't forget the comma.
we're going to put the comma. And our answer is 1,625, and we're going to write that by number 3.
Oh, I forgot to say it.
How can I do this problem?
Sweetheart, if you yell out, do you think I'm going to say yes? Number 4. There are 210 blocks in a ton. How many blocks are there in 16 tons? And again, that's a times, right? You can tell. We don't know all the stuff.
We do know all this stuff because of both tons.
The stuff is not the same. No, look, blocks. Oh, blocks and tons. So we're going to skip that one because we've already done several times this. If one of you wants to do it later, you can. And we're going to go to number 5. One truck brings 1,216 bricks. Another truck brings 846 bricks. How many bricks did they bring in all? Do we know all the stuff?
Yes.
Wait, answer the question, Ruben, and don't fiddle with your paper. And then you can use a new piece of paper as I gave you. All right, let's read it again, and this time no interrupting. One truck brings 1,216 bricks. Another truck brings 846 bricks. How many bricks did they bring in all? Do we know all the stuff?
Yes.
No, we don't. It doesn't tell us. Make a box. Question mark. Is the stuff the same?
Yes.
Yes, bricks and bricks. So we finally get to put it in the same place. And the first amount, you're going to make a line part way across the bottom of the box. Remember, together the 2 lines need to be the same size as the box, right? Because this is all the stuff and those are parts. And together they equal this. So you're going to make your lines, try and make them to get from one end of the box to the other. 1,216 on the first line. And then make another line for the other part that it's going to almost touch this first line. Goes to the other end of the box. 846. When we know both parts, they go
Boom.
it's a plus. So does it matter which number goes on top? No, not when we're adding. Grace, Grayson, which one shall we put on top?
8,406.
846. Okay. Now we're going to put the other number, and these are becoming add-ins because we're going to add them. 1,216. The 6 goes under the 6. The 110 goes under the 4 tens. The 200s goes under the 800s. And the 1,000 gets its own spot.
And over to the bottom.
And we need a plus sign. And Silas, would you like to add this? Because you have a nice quiet hand. Okay, go.
6 plus 6 equals 12. So
Silas, can you take your mask off? Okay.
6 plus 6 equals 12. So put the 2 in the bottom and 1 either in the basement or the attic. And 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6.
Good.
And 8 plus 2 is 10.
How do we write that?
So that is 0 on the bottom and a 1 either in the basement or the attic in the south. Then 1 plus 1 is 2.
Lovely.
And don't forget to count.
And so our sum is 2,062. Go ahead and write it by number 5. And don't forget there's a 0 in the hundreds. 2,062 has no hundreds. Okay, number 6. One machine can dig a ditch 175 feet long in an hour. I wish I had that machine, because I usually hand dig my ditches, and it can take days.
Do what?
One machine can dig a ditch 175 feet long in an hour. How long a ditch can it dig in 40 hours? Do we know?
Yes.
Really,
No.
it just told no.
No.
Make a box.
Didn't say how
Thank
much.
you, Xavier.
How
It did
long?
not, did it? Make a box and put a question mark.
We have none that we can. We have none that we can like we have none that we can put in the box. Like,
So far,
yeah.
It's the same.
is the stuff?
Ditches and ditches.
Well, wait, Xavier, look. It said it got 175 feet, and then the 40 is what? Hours.
They're not the same.
Feet
Not
and
the
hours.
same. So we need bubbles.
The ditches.
Feet and hours are really not at all the same. And we're going to put 175 in one bubble and 40 in the other bubble. And of course we can tell it's a times, right? The only word that fits between those two things. And we're going to write it as a times. Do you know when we write numbers like this and line them up, do you know what that's called? An algorithm. And we've been doing plenty of those. This was an algorithm, this is an algorithm,
All of them are.
that's an algorithm, and that's an algorithm. Anytime you're lining numbers up like that, it's called an algorithm.
So where's the other one?
Okay, Gideon, you've been nice and quiet. Would you like to walk us through this whole
Yes.
thing? Okay. Did you all make a space for 2 partial products?
I didn't know, so I didn't do it.
Okay, good. Go ahead and do it. And then make your living room by giving,
Make
This
it
one?
still.
yeah, this one gets a ceiling and a floor.
I'm putting it on above
Uh-huh.
for attic.
Cool. And Gideon, I bet you'd like to tell us something.
Put the 0 down in the second partial
Oh
product.
yeah, do it before you do it.
And now go ahead and walk us through it.
5 times,
No, go to the 0. That's your units.
okay, 0 times 5 is 0.
No, it's 0. He's right.
0 times 7 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0.
Wow. Who thinks adding this is gonna be easy?
I do.
Okay. All right, Gideon, go to the 4.
4 times 5 is 20.
Good. 5, 10, 15, 20. How do we write it? Another 0, right? And where does the 2 go?
Okay.
In the hundreds column.
It does, and you make it very small, right there. Okay. Keep going.
And 4 times 7.
So you might need to cheat and look at your 4s and count 7 of them out loud with me, everybody. 4,
8,
8,
12,
16,
16, 20,
24,
28.
28. Stop. So how do we write 20? Oh wait, plus 2. 28 plus 2. 30. Oh boy, another 0. And what are we going to do with the 3, Gideon?
Put in the thousands column.
Don't forget to plus it. Push it too.
Do a very tiny.
Go back to the 4, Gideon, and let's do the last part.
Part is not
4 times 1 is 1.
Nope, 4 times 1 is not 1.
4 times 3
No
is
way.
4.
It's 4. Plus the 3
Is 7.
is 7. Okay, Gideon, let's add.
0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. And 0 plus 0 is 0. And 7 plus nothing is 7.
So
7
hard.
plus 0.
7,000.
That's the hardest one of them all.
7,000
I
feet.
know why.
That's just so
7,000 feet. He can dig 7,000 feet in 40 hours. I really wish I had that machine. That'd be awesome. Okay, number 7. Speaking of 7, last one. Mrs. Nielsen orders supplies. She ordered 134 pounds of nails. And you guys, that's a lot of
I'm
nails.
going to Dropbox right now.
Okay. She must have a store, because even if you're building a house, you would not need that much. So she must have a hardware store, okay? So she ordered 134 pounds of nails. Only 67 pounds arrived. How many more pounds is she to receive?
It's the same.
Do we know all the stuff?
No.
Yes.
Nails and nails.
Pounds
First
and
time.
pounds. Nails and
And it
nails.
is the same, but
And the
first
last
let's, don't get ahead of yourselves, okay? First, we have to put all the stuff in the box. How much was it?
Oh, 134.
134. Next question. Is the stuff the same?
Yes.
Pounds and pounds. Yes. So we can put it down here. Do we know part of the stuff? Yes. So make the line part way. How much is it? 67. Do we know the other part?
No.
No. Make a line for the rest of the stuff. We don't know. What kind of problem is it?
Plus,
Look,
minus.
it's a takeaway. Telling you right there. Takeaway. So when we write takeaways, is it important to put one number on top and the other number under?
The bigger.
The bigger number has to be the big one.
negative.
So we're going to take 134 and put it on top for our minuend. $67 has to go underneath for our subtrahend. The 7 units go under the 4 units, and the 6 tens go under the 3 tens. Okay, make a takeaway sign and a line. And Grayson, it's been a while since you've walked us through something. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, loud voice, okay?
Okay. 4 take away 7 is 0, but we can't do it.
Can't do it.
So we steal some.
Okay. So we're going to cross out the
Three,
and leave.
2.
steal one of those 10s, right?
What?
And where's it gonna go? Easy. Where's it gonna go, Grayson?
By on top.
Yeah, by the 4. So now, Grayson, 14 take away 7.
Take away 7 is 7.
7, okay. Now let's go to the 10s.
6,
Start with your minuend.
7,
2,
2. Take away 7.
2 take away 6.
We can't do that, so we cross out the 1. Make it a 0. And put a 1 next to on top of the 3.
Good. Next to the 2. Good. Okay, 12 take away 6.
This is a lot. Take away 6 is 6.
Say it louder.
12 take away 6 is 6.
And then we've got nothing left in our hundreds, so I think we're done. 67 pounds still to come. So she's gotten half of them, right?
Tammy, this is real. Look.
Whoa, whoa. Xavier, we're in a lesson, sweetie. You guys, that lesson was very long, but you learned an awful lot, didn't you? You learned a lot about math in real life.
Tammy,